He-Man fans, and welcome to another video by Lexi's Toy Loft. I'm Alex from Lexi's Toy Loft. Please check us out on Facebook and Instagram for more great retro pictures and vintage toys. Today's video is again about He-Man, and this one is about the Snake Men. You can see in front of me the Snake Men are all gathered, about to move into battle. You've got King Hiss at the front, followed up by Snakeface to his left, and then Tung Lasher on the right. You've then got Rattler at the back and Squeeze also right at the back. You can see all their weapons from this picture. I'll now just go to each figure and take a look at each one. So first up, let's take a look at the leader, King Hiss. He comes with his serpent staff and his shield. First glance, he just looks like a normal sort of human being with his serpent-like armor. But this guy's got a hidden secret. When I lift up King Hiss, you'll see I can take off his arms like so, and then take off the armor like so, and revealed underneath is King Hiss in his true form. His body is made up of snakes. You can see the scary snake head just there. Two arms made of snakes. You've got two snakes on the sides, and you've got a snake around his neck also pointing out. Nice armor and decorative. It's all kind of like done in scales. You've got the made in Malaysia stamp there, 1985. I've had quite a few of these, and they're notorious for not being able to stand. This one's actually pretty good. I've been quite lucky with him, and he can stand fairly easily. In relation to his weapons, first off we've got his shield, which has got a lovely emblem of a snake on it. It's held on by this clamp here, which can be pulled out, turns around in a circle, shows you what that piece looks like. And he's also got his snake staff, which has obviously got a staff with a snake around it. Fairly common weapon with quite a few figures. So, cool character. So next up we've got Tung Lasher. He's one of the Snake Men henchmen. Interesting character. He kind of looks more like a frog, I would say, but good anyway. You can see he's got his crossbow and also his snake staff. The crossbow was a weapon that was only made for him. Snake staff as well, and that colour wasn't brought out for anyone else. His special sort of power, if you will, was to use this mechanism at the back. You just simply turn that cog and his tongue will come out. If I do it so, you can see the tongue comes out like that. That tongue's in really good condition actually. A lot of them tend to be very, very worn. I'll take his weapons off him so you can have a look. Snake staff is obviously the same as King Hiss, just different colour. And his crossbow is like a dragonfly, just held on with just that little bit of plastic there. He has different hands to all the other figures. He's got like three sort of frog-like hands that you've got to position the crossbow through to fit in, as well as the snake staff. You can see on his chest you've got the snake emblem, like good old six-pack on Tung Lasher there. He's got lovely face, shows his teeth and his serpent-like eyes, looking right at you. Good colouring on the legs. On the back you can obviously see the mechanism that turns his tongue. His head, although having the appearance of turning, doesn't really turn. But anyway, another Snake Man done, and we'll move on to the next one. Next up we've got Rattler, another Snake Man, based on the rattlesnake. If I shake him, you can hear that rattle sound. Probably gives away the fact that he's coming. He's also got a snake staff. It's individual to him because it's red, and he was the only character to have the red snake staff. He's got this lovely rubbery tail with all the scales on it, showing him looking very much like a snake. Got the nice sort of blue patterning down the side of his arms, with the same patterning matching on his rather small legs. If you lift up his tail at the back, you can see the button. You can also see his stamp, Mattel 1985 Taiwan. If I press this button, you'll see what happens. His head pops out. He increases his height quite a lot, and continues to rattle. Quite a scary character, and obviously grows quite a lot in height to be more intimidating. I'll just show you his staff again, same as the last two that I've shown you, just in red. Interesting figure. I always had him as a kid. He was one of my favourite characters for some reason, but a fairly common character. Next one we'll have a look at is Squeeze, so one of the slightly rarer snake men. Okay, so in front of you now we've got Squeeze. He was a very different He-Man character. He's just got these incredibly long arms which were designed to do bear hugs or snake hugs and squeeze people, hence his name. He's got the twist action still, as does Tung Lasher. He's got Mattel Incorporated 1986, made in Malaysia. His feet quite sturdy. You can see he's got this special sort of snake armour on the top and on his feet and on the top of his thighs. Big six-pack again. They all seem to be pretty well built, these snake men. Twisting head action as well. I mean, you can see he kind of looks like a T-Rex really. He's got long sets of teeth, no particularly sharp fangs, but yeah, it looks kind of like a dinosaur or a T-Rex, but you can see all the reptilian-like scales on the top of his head, which makes him look quite good for detail. And all along the arms, if you can see that in the light, he's got markings of scales. On the end, he's got these sort of metal bits, so it's quite good decor over that figure. His weapon was this, kind of like a staff, I guess. It was individual to him. And it kind of, you fitted it on his arm by sort of turning it around the arms. It was the only way he could hold it. I mean, you can try and put it in that arm, but it just doesn't really fit very well. His weapon just looks like a snake, if you can see that. Quite good detail, just like a robotic style sort of snake head on the end there. I'll get you a He-Man figure to sort of show what the idea of Squeeze was. This is the scene. You've got He-Man and he's about to face off against all the snake men. He's got his sword, he's got his shield, he's got his battle axe, he's ready to go. However, what he doesn't expect is for Squeeze to sneak up behind him and grab him before he can do anything. So as you can see, Squeeze's bendy arms can wrap around He-Man and making him drop his weapons and incapacitating him, while all of the other evil snake men can obviously come in to surround and get He-Man. It was a good idea, I think. Made him very different to all the other characters, and made the playability a lot more with the snake men if you had them all, and you could sort of set up this scenario where He-Man's been grabbed or another character's been grabbed and the other guys come in. So yeah, he's pretty good. So last but by no means least, you've got Snakeface. He's one of the rarer He-Man figures. I would say he's the toughest to get out of all the snake men and a number of other He-Man figures. Squeeze is rare. He can be hard to get and a bit more expensive to get complete. But I would say Snakeface is going to cost you most, especially to get complete. He's got, for weapons, this snake shield with 8 yellow serpents all slithering round. It's got a holder on the back. I found with this figure it doesn't work so well, difficult for him to hold it. He's also got his snake staff. Always muddling this one up with King Hiss. I shouldn't really, because they are very different, but Snakeface has the darker snake staff, another one sort of individual to him. Snakeface is probably the ugliest of the snake men. He's very much like Medusa, if you know your Greek mythology. He had these horrible snakes in his eyes, his mouth, his shoulders and his chest. He's got snakes on the top of his head coming out. He's got obviously the snake emblem and the sort of scale-like sort of crotch area, similar to what King Hiss has got. but like Medusa in the cartoon and the comic books, if he looked at you, he could turn you to stone. So going on the back, you can see you've got this lever, and to make his snakes come up, you just push the lever up and down. So I'll just show you how that works. So you push that lever and you can see all the different snakes coming out. Detail on them isn't brilliant. I mean, the tongue is like a forked tongue, so that's kind of cool, but the tips of the ones that come out of his eyes and his shoulders, they could be better. You've also got the ones that come down from his chest, and I'll try and show you them now. You can just see some more snakes coming out there. Interesting character, and like I said, he could turn the enemies to stone. No twist action on him. Pretty basic colours on his arms and his legs. Scaly face, and like I said, a scary character, especially for young kids. I'll pop him back there. So anyway, that's my video of the He-Man Snake Men. I'm going to do an individual video of Snake Face because I got a carded one as well, so I'll show you a comparison of that. If you like the video, please say you like it, please subscribe because I'll be putting up more videos in the future. Please follow me on Instagram and look for deals on there because I post on there, and there's a really good community of vintage toy lovers and He-Man lovers on there. Thanks again for watching, and hope to hear from you soon. I thought I'd just do one more shot of He-Man being surrounded by all the snake men. Squeeze is obviously sneaking up behind him, that claw's going through his legs to grab him. Rattler's about to move in for the kill. Tung Lasher's about to lick him to death. King Hiss, I'm sure, is just about to reveal his true self, while Snake Face is trying to turn him to stone. He-Man's not looking at him though. What would happen next, I wonder?